And so the first question, is everybody here meant to be a healer? On many levels and on certain levels, indeed. Connecting with that first is to determine what kind of healing you want to practice. And if you are baffled at the question, then the first question you ask yourself in the breath practice, which we recommend, is what am I meant to be doing as a healer? For some of you, walking in the grocery store is the way that you serve as a healer. When you enter the grocery store in a state of enlightened beingness, joy, pleasure, caring, and you go into your shops with that attitude of, I am here to serve. I am here to give of the energy that I am in order to touch those I encounter so they may feel better about their own lives. And that is healing, and it is sufficient as a healer. If you determine that you prefer to heal by being an energy reader, as 2 or 3 of you are, if you desire that you prefer to heal by touching, by hands-on, either directly, physically on the entity or by long-distance healing techniques, there are several effective techniques available to be imbued by a master within you so that you have that gift to share. It is to determine, are you meant to be a healer by channeling in some form, by writing, by channeling writings, by channeling artwork, by channeling music, by channeling wisdom? You seek to know how it is that you are meant to express that healing technique, that healing modality. And you seek constantly to be able to expand and evolve your ability, your technique by seeking out teachers. Now, it's very, very tricky when you're seeking out teachers because in this day and age, there are many people out there calling themselves masters and teachers and wisdom purveyors who are not. It's not necessarily that they are frauds. Some of them, of course, are, but not always. It is that many of them have such a desire to be that thing. And they have heard somewhere along the way that says, be what you want to be. In other words, fake it until you make it, that expression. And so they're doing that. Therefore, it becomes incumbent upon each of you, no matter where you go, seeking wisdom, seeking training, seeking anything, to always go within and ask yourself, is this the right connection for me? Is this a legitimate training that is actually going to advance my desire to be this thing that I am seeking training in? Do you understand what we are talking about? Does this make sense to you?
Absolutely.
And it goes along with what we have been harping at you about for many, many years, which is that what this woman said earlier, you have everything within you to be what you need to be. Yes, it takes sometimes a master to bring it out, to give you that spark of knowing that leads to the fire of creativity. But when you approach a teacher, a master, an instructor, do the preliminary get to know you sort of meeting or encounter, however form it takes, and then in your own private, quiet moment, go within and ask yourself, is this a person I truly can learn from, evolve from, develop from? And you pay attention to what your body is telling you, because your body will always tell you the truth. When you find yourself having mind chatter about that thing, about anything actually, it is to remind yourself the mind wants the status quo. The mind seeks stasis. The soul, the heart, the body seeks to grow and evolve and become more. Let yourself want that. Wanting it is first. Going after it, there are many, many ways to do that. Seeking wisdom is a brilliant way to evolve what you are into more of what you are. But the final arbiter of what is right for you is you. Therefore, it becomes absolutely necessary to begin to learn to trust yourself, to trust your gut. Listen to what people say to you, and then ask yourself, is this true for me? And pay attention to your body's response. Feel it in your heart. Feel it in your gut. Feel it in the tingling or lack thereof in your fingers. However truth shows up for you, that's how you determine whether something is right for you or not. And if somebody says, I can give this to you, just pay me $500, and you ask yourself, is this the right thing for me to do? And you get confused between, well, it makes a lot of sense. And this guy is so famous and so well known, and everybody thinks he's such a master. I should really find $500 to do this. But everything in you is going, ew, ugh, no, I don't like this. This is not right. You pay attention to your body's response. No matter how renowned a teacher might be, doesn't mean he's right for you. He could be absolutely legitimate, absolutely brilliant in what he or she brings. But if you do not resonate with what that program is, don't participate. And that may be true for this moment. And a year from now, you might check in again, and suddenly, because of other work that you have done on yourself, other trainings that you have done, other studies that you have done within by meditating, it might now be the right time to get that $500 and take that course. But you are the only one who can make that determination in truth for you. Do you understand? Begin. Begin whatever it is that you want for yourself, in whatever way is available to you in this moment. Begin and see where it takes you, and enjoy the process. That is the way that you bring in, attract more of what you need to do more of what you want to do, to be more of what you want to be. Bless you all. So be it.
This is something we give to people all the time to do, and everybody can take this away with you, is to practice every morning to sit down and just breathe for 5 minutes. You will find this to be very challenging because the mind will go crazy. And every time the mind goes crazy, you simply say to the mind, I am breathing. And you go back to focusing upon the breath coming into the body and the breath going out of the body, very deeply, very completely, very slowly. It is a tremendous challenge for most entities to be able to sit and breathe for 5 minutes. You will be doing really well if you can do it for 10 seconds without a thought coming into your head. But if you will practice this every day, well, 4 days a week, let us say, 5 minutes, you set a timer, You sit down, you take a breath, and you watch the breath coming in, and the breath going out, and the breath coming in, and the breath going out. And a thought pops into the head, and you say to the thought, I am breathing. And you go back to watching the breath. If it helps, you can also watch a candle flame in your mind's eye, if that helps you to focus. This will train you in focusing better than anything else you can do. So if you will grant yourself 4 days a week, 5 minutes in the morning to breathe, you will transform your ability to get work done, tasks, conversations. Everything will begin to happen more efficiently, more readily. It is a brilliant practice. We invite you all to incorporate it into your daily routine whenever possible. It will transform all of you in your ability to move through your requirements of the day easily and efficiently. It's a great thing. Helps you focus